Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we cannot sit here.
What standing order are you on?
91.
91.
Honorable Speaker, why is it that it's only my standing orders that you are confirming, Honorable Speaker? The rest you are giving.
Babu, Owino, everybody has been subjected to the same treatment.
What I want to say is very important and urgent, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Yes, what is out of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I've heard the submissions made by Honorable Ichungwa, and I want to say that at first I thought that they were important and detailed, but I've just realized that the important parts are not detailed and the detailed parts are not important. He's talking about manufacturing. Honorable Speaker, I want to educate Honorable
What
Ichungwa.
is out of order?
This
you
is
know
where
now
I'm
you
coming
are
to.
pursuing a counter argument.
This is where I'm coming to, Honorable Speaker, on matters economics, because Honorable Ichungwa is claiming that if we increase taxes for imports, that is what he's saying, that if we increase taxes for imports, imported goods, then we will give an opportunity for industries, local industries to grow, which literally is normally true. But in our situation as a country, Honorable Speaker, we are going to promote what we call foreign absorption, where money is going to leak from...
Order, Babu Owino. Order, Honorable Babu Owino. Order, take your seat. Order, Honorable Babu Owino. When you take your seat. You are pursuing a very healthy argument, but it's very far from a point of order. When you are given an opportunity, pursue that argument and convince your colleagues. When you stand on a point of order, ordinarily you start this way. Mr. Speaker, is it in order for the member on the floor to say this and this and this, when in fact the fact are this and this, or contrary to this standing order? You've shot up on my permission, and you're pursuing a very healthy argument on the bill that has no relationship with what the member on the floor was saying, because that is your argument, that's his argument.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that guidance and protection. Honorable Speaker, I was saying many of the amendments that have been proposed by the Finance Committee in a big way cure the numerous concerns that Kenyans had over this finance bill. And therefore, that's why I want to plead with this Honorable House, let us do what is right. I know there are those who are tempted to do that which is popular. It is very popular to join street demonstrations, to be seen as a hero rescuing people from police stations when they are arrested out of whatever they are arrested on in the streets. But as a leader, and we are here as leaders, Honorable Speaker, as a leader and as leaders, Honorable Speaker, we must do that what is right. And Honorable Speaker, when this administration came to power about 2 years ago, our fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP was at 6.7%. We were projected to borrow 1.1 trillion shillings, Honorable Speaker, in the first year of this administration. That today, Honorable Speaker, with the budget that this House adopted 2 or 3 weeks ago, has gone down from 6.7 to 3.4%. That is on account of sound economic policies. It is on account of doing what is right rather than what is popular. Honorable Speaker, I know many of these members have been intimidated around the country, being told, utatupata 2027, or you get us in 2027. I want to give you the highest assurance. What the people of Kenya will judge you against is whether or not you are able to deliver on the promises and the pledges you made to them on delivery of services. It shall not be possible to deliver services, to build roads, to build schools without generating revenue for the country, Honorable Speaker. We cannot be a country that lives on debt, Honorable Speaker. And I'll beg for additional time because of the interjections, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, 2 years ago, we are not just surviving on borrowed money. Honorable Speaker, we were on the verge of defaulting on our international and national domestic debt obligations, Honorable Speaker. From last year, end of last year, Honorable Speaker, it became clear, not just to us within the country, but to the world at large, that Kenya was never and was not about to default on its debt obligations, Honorable Speaker. That is why, Honorable Speaker, today, unlike 2 years ago when the price of unga was at a high of 260 shillings, today the price of unga is at a low of 100 shillings, courtesy of the right economic policies and not what is populist.
Give him 2 minutes to wind up.
I have 15.
Pardon?
I have 15, they had time to 10, and the interjections.
I'll give him an additional 3 minutes. Yes, Wamuchomba, hold the time. Wamuchomba, what's your point of order? And under what standing order?
Mr. Speaker.
Give her the mic. There's one next to you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise under standing order number 90. As a member who has pecuniary interests on matters sanitary towels, as a user, because I'm a user, do I qualify?
Can you repeat that you are?
I am standing on the strength of standing order number 90.
Yes.
As a member who wishes to speak on this matter of sanitary towels as a user.
That's yourself?
Yes.
You are out of order. Take your seat. If you had in the morning the Honorable Tenda Molo, although he did the right thing wrongly, when you challenge somebody, take your seat, understanding order 91, you're challenging the member on the floor who has pecuniary interests, not on the basis of your own pecuniary interest. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was saying 2 years ago, unga, when we speak about the cost of living, unga was at a high of 260 shillings. Today, unga is at a low of about 100 shillings, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, our exchange rate, the Kenya shilling to the dollar, almost a year ago, it was at a high of 162 shillings. Today, it is at a low of 128 and still going down, Honorable Speaker. Courtesy of the right economic policies, courtesy of pursuing what is right rather than what is popular, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in the past, we have suffered what was described as state capture, Honorable Speaker. This bill, Honorable Speaker, in a big way addresses the question of state capture. Honorable Speaker, there are companies in this country that have survived largely on what is called tax expenditure and manipulating the system around tax expenditure, Honorable Speaker, especially around the question of VAT refunds. This bill, Honorable Speaker, is addressing the loopholes that bedevil our country through people who are well connected, who use the system to beat the tax system, Honorable Speaker, exploiting tax refunds to make bigger profits for their companies, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, speaking to state capture, Honorable Speaker, we built an SGR infrastructure over 10 years ago.
You have 1 minute.
You would be shocked today, Honorable Speaker, there are people who are still claiming tax deductions around buildings that were done with the SGR. This bill is bringing to an end from the 1st of July those deductions courtesy of the SGR, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I know there are people who are mobilized because they have been benefiting from the system, Honorable Speaker, hiding behind civil society, funding civil society, Honorable Speaker, and the civil society, Honorable Speaker, mobilizing negative propaganda against this bill. I want to implore our members, do what is right, do what is good for the economy, do what is good for your generation, future generations, Honorable Speaker, what will secure our nation's economy, not that.
Your time is up. Nabii Nabwera. Nabii Nabwera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to raise a number of issues.
Yes, Millie Odhiambo, what is the problem? The women are also here. I can see them.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, order, Nabi. Yes, Ichungwa, what is the point of order?
Honorable Speaker, because Honorable Millie was not on record, you may not have heard what she said, but she said she wants to speak as a former user. Honorable Speaker, of sanitary items. What I did not understand whether it was sanitary towels or diapers. Maybe she can clarify whether it was sanitary towels or diapers.
Nabi, order. Yes. Yes, Honorable Junet, what is out of order? Hold Nabi's time.
Mr. Speaker, you've heard clearly what the majority leader has said. He is asking under what category of women do Millie Odhiambo fall? Because she's claiming that she's a former user of sanitary pads. And in the finance bill, we are discussing sanitary pads, and we want to reduce the taxes. Is she going to benefit from that? Is she opposing or supporting, Mr. Speaker?
Order, Millie. You don't need rocket science to understand what you said. I understood you clearly, and we don't want to engage in debate. Nabii Nabwera, continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today, I've had a lot of time to reflect